great defense. Don't walk these Dell Rapids batters. Make them earn it. Make them get on base with the base hit. So, yeah, with Carson Williams as the starting pitcher, be the first time we've really seen him throw this year.
Yep.
So looking forward to see what Carson has on the mound today for the Scoops.
Keys to the game brought to you by Key City Chiropractic and Acupuncture, the key to a healthier life. Give them a call at 605-561-0161. South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division wants to remind you about good sportsmanship for tonight, and they salute our officiating crew on the field. We'll hear from them, and then first pitch is on the way. This is Sturgis Scooper Baseball on the Big 81 KBHB.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Looking for your dream ride in the Black Hills? Look no further than Black Hills Auto Mall, your go-to destination for new and pre-owned vehicles, power sports, motorcycles, agricultural equipment, and trailers. Visit blackhillsautomall.com, the largest automotive search engine in the Black Hills. It's easy, it's fast, and it's tailored just for you. Experience the joy of finding your perfect vehicle hassle-free. Discover the ride that suits your style at Black Hills Auto Mall, where your journey begins. blackhillsautomall.com, driving happiness your way.
From the Sundance Custom Steel Studios, the voice of the ranch, KBHB Sturgis, K288HB Sturgis, the Big 81.
The online newspaper from the Home Slice Group. Comprehensive local news for Rapid City and the Black Hills region. The Rapid City Post. Local news, weather, sports, obituaries, exclusive content, and more. The Rapid City Post. New, fast, and free at rapidcitypost.com. Produced by Home Slice.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
The home of Sturgis Scooper Sports, the Big 81, KBHB.
We have the wind at our back last evening. Tonight the wind's blowing right into our faces here at the press box, and that means it's going to be kind of difficult getting these fly balls to sail out towards the outfield because the wind's going to be blowing them back here a little bit. It's a pretty strong wind, too. It's coming out of the southeast as we get ready for first pitch here tonight. As Terry said, our starting pitcher tonight for the Sturgis Scoopers is Carson Williams. It will be the first time we've seen Carson pitch this early in the season.
Yeah, you know, he's been on the Scooper roster here for the last few years and came up through a good Scooper JV program and seen him on the Legion squad as well, and a solid baseball player, and he's got some pretty good pitches. Watching him warm up right now, and George Hamer catching for Carson Williams. Elijah Stroud, who we've seen catch in the past, will be at first base today.
Over at second base, Kel Sundstrom. Jaron Andrzejewski will be at third. Tate Johnson at short. Left field, we'll see Bridge Batten. In center, you got Carter Williams. And in right field, Tayton Corkins. And that'll complete the lineup for the Sturgis Scoopers. We'll run down Dell Rapids' lineup when they take to the field at the bottom half of the inning. Up to bat first for Dell Rapids is Cole Rusink.
Yeah, had a great game last night for Dell Rapids. Had a couple of hits. He got the pitching win. He also cleaned up the dugout after the game and swept that up. And, yeah, he pretty much did it all for Dell Rapids last night. a lot, pretty much the reason why he's the leadoff hitter, and that's what coaches do with leadoff hitters. It's usually one of your guys who plays fantastic defense, and they hit the ball well. They get on base, number one. That's what you want most out of your leadoff hitter. Get on base, get around the bases, usually a fast player who can steal bases. So, yeah, we saw it all last night from Cole Rusink.
All right, we are ready to go, and Rusink will be the leadoff batter, right-handed batter for the Dell Rapids Warriors. Game number 2 is underway between these two teams, and there's a quick strike as he goes around, and that one right into the catcher's mitt of George Hamer. Good pitch to get things started here for Williams. Williams loads up that second one, and he got another one in there. That time, Rusink didn't even go around.
Yeah, good pitch. A lot of times a hitter will swing at that first one and watch the second one to see what the pitcher's doing, and Carson Williams blew it past him.
0-2. This one is hit into center field, and it's going to drop, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Rusink. Good hit, and again, he battled the wind on that one. The wind kind of careened it from center field to more of a center right field angle, and it landed in between the center fielder and the right fielder out there in the outfield. So Rusink is on base. Up to bat next for Dell Rapids is number 5, Drake Eastman. Eastman takes this one down low and in the dirt, and that'll be ball 1. Rusink tags back up at first base.
We saw Drake Eastman pitch last night as well for Dell Rapids.
Rusink leads off first base a little bit. He's got his eye on Williams. Swing and a miss there for strike 1, and that'll even the count for Eastman at 1-1. Just underway here at Strong Field. Been a busy opening week for the Sturgis Cooper baseball team.
It is, jumping right into it. I love it. And some of the players we've seen, good pitch by Williams. Strike
2.
Tate Johnson is a young man who just in the first few games has really stood out to me as just an 8th grader, but he's pitched, he's playing shortstop, and boy, yeah, he's definitely got a bright future for the Scoopers.
That pitch, and Rusink is on the run. He's going to get to second. Just beats the tag. He didn't have to slide. He rolls right into second base for the successful stolen base.
Yeah, pretty confident, just not sliding.
Yep.
Went in standing up. Pretty good throw by George Hamer.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Eastman. Make that 2-2 now, even count. Here's the pitch. Just outside, and that'll give us a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Like we were saying, Cole Rusink, just a good leadoff hitter because, got on base, stole second. So he's in scoring position now for the Warriors.
Rusink with a nice little lead off second base. That one is down low and in the dirt, and that's ball 4. So Eastman takes a base. First and second loaded up for the Warriors. Now left-handed hitter Tad Jaden comes to the plate, number 21.
Scoopers, as we said in the pregame, some issues with walking batters. 11 last night, 10 their first game against Central.
And that one inside, that's dropped pitch. They're going to throw it to third, but it's too late. Rusink gets there. He'll discuss things with the third base coach. Runners on the corners. It is 1-0 pitch count. Hamer talking with his pitcher. Opening day today for Major League Baseball, by the way.
That's right.
The Rockies are not in action today, though. Not till tomorrow. Here's the pitch. And here comes another attempted stolen base, and Eastman gets there.
Again, kind of a fake throw to second base. Tate Johnson, the shortstop, comes up to intercept that. And Cole Rusink at third base realized that and did not try to steal home. Sweet 16 games tonight, too.
And it's a busy sports evening.
Lots going on. Yeah, looking at the opening day scores right now. Some finals. Cardinals beat the Twins. Padres over the Braves. Pirates and Marlins tied up at 4. Those games are still in progress.
That one outside. Count goes 3-1 now. for Jaden. Runners on second and third for Dell Rapids. Threatening to put a run across here with nobody out yet.
Gary's preseason pick, the Mets, lost today.
That one's headed towards the parking lot. Didn't hear anything.
Didn't hear it hit the white. If it hits my white RAV4, it might burst into flames. So.
Then we have a problem.
Yeah, that
Thank
would be
goodness the
interesting.
fire department is just across the street. Full count, 3-2. And that's a strike and a strikeout. And Jaden thought he had the ball. He was headed for first base.
Got that outside corner
Yeah.
on left-handed hitter Tad Jaden.
Much needed strike for Williams. All right, Talon Millage is at the plate now, number 28, right-handed hitter. One away. Second and third base loaded up, so a couple of runners in scoring position here for Dell Rapids. You're going to bump this one up the first base line, and they're going to get this to the first base for the out. Grusink comes home to make it a 1-0 lead, Quarriers. Eastman advances to third.
Yeah, excellent bunt by Talon Millage right down the first base line. So really the only play that Carson Williams had was a throw to first. Cole Rusink's speed got him home easily.
So two away, and here comes Cooper Frost to the plate. And he'll take ball one.
Yeah, this Dell Rapids Quarriers team, fundamentally sound.
Absolutely.
We saw it last night, seeing it here in the top of the first.
Big swing on this one, and the wind blowing this one out in left field, and Scoopers get underneath it, and it is dropped. And that'll be a single.
RBI single. Drake Eastman comes across home plate.
And makes it 2-0 in favor of the Quarriers. And the wind was really whipping that ball up there. You could see it.
Sure was.
Scoopers were trying to get underneath it, but it kept moving, and it landed just in front of the center fielder out there. So it stays 2 out. Lincoln Firstall, left-handed hitter, number 12, to the plate.
Yeah, that was falling where it could have been a shortstop play. Oh, wild pitch.
That's a wild pitch, yep.
Too many of those these first few games for Sturgis.
So Cooper Frost advances on to second base. I do believe we're on live ticket tonight, aren't we?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, the umpire, Joel, he asked me, how do I get my wife to watch this game?
And that one's another one blooped back.
I sent him the link, and between us both, we figured out how to forward it to his wife. And yeah, if you're watching, Joel's wife, welcome to Live Ticket. Your husband's doing a fine job so far.
Indeed.
We try not to question the umpire's calls.
Absolutely
We're so
not.
far away from the action.
That's a little dribbler picked up by the second baseman.
Nice.
Throw to first in time. But the Quarriers do open up the game with a couple of runs. They get them across, and it's a 2-0 lead. Bottom half of the first inning coming up. This is Sturgis Scooper Baseball on the Big 81 KBHB.
Sturgis.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
is Carson Mation at catcher. Out in the outfield, playing left field, Jackson Pepple. In center is Tade Jaden. In right field, you've got Cooper Frost, and at short, Drake Eastman. There's your starting lineups for the Dell Rapids Baseball Warriors. You can tell spring is sprung, Terry. The insects are out.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury, the spider, is right there.
The grass is showing a little tint of green.
And the grass is showing a little tint of green.
I think we'll see more of that after this weekend.
Freddie Mercury was there last night. He's been in this booth all day long.
Why do you call him that?
I don't know. He kind of looks like a Freddie Mercury. Looks like he's got like a little mustache on him.
You think Freddie Mercury, I think he believed in reincarnation. So
maybe this little spider is Freddie Mercury then.
Came back as a spider, and he's with us tonight.
Yep, we're just going to let him be. Since we don't have Toby tonight, Freddie Mercury the spider is our mascot.
What you're saying is don't smush him?
Don't smush him.
Okay,
No,
I won't.
he's not hurting anybody.
I'm not a big fan of spiders anyway.
I'm not either, but he's been pretty calm the whole
if they're not
24 hours he's been here.
You sure he's alive?
Yeah, well, he just moved. See,
Okay.
now he just moved again. He just thought they're talking about me. I'm out of here.
I'm hiding behind this tripod.
Good pitch in there. That's strike one. At the plate, number 4 for the Scoopers, Elijah Stroud, first batter up.
Quinn Carr pitching. We didn't see Quinn last night. Del Rapids had about 4 pitchers throw last night.
This one outside for ball 1. That'll even up the count here, 1-1. Like you said, Terry, the Scoopers have got to get the offense going here tonight against these Warriors.
Agree, yeah. Swing the bat. Don't wait for...
Well, Stroud swung on that one and went around and right into the catcher's mitt for strike 2.
You know, you got to be smart about it, obviously. Don't swing at everything, but, yeah, it's easier said than done. You know, if I stood up against Quinn Carr, I probably couldn't even make contact, but...
Oh, that one got away from him. That was a wild pitch. And a good thing Stroud didn't get hit, so that'll even up the count here, 2-2.
And Elijah, good baseball player, good leadoff hitter for the Scoops. Get him on base and move him around.
That one up high for ball 3, and that'll load up the pitch count here, full count.
I was in the state capital today of Pierre.
The state capital of Pierre.
Beautiful day there.
3-2 pitch coming. You've had a lot of miles. That's a ball 4.
Yeah, I did.
And Elijah Stroud gets to first base on the walk.
Brings up your shortstop, number 1.
And I imagine you took State Highway 34.
I did.
Not the interstate, okay.
Yep, beautiful day. Saw some antelope out there today.
You've seen some antelope out there today, huh?
Quite a few, yeah. A lot of traffic on 34 today, not sure why. As I went through White Owl, I honked. Hopefully Les Shaw heard me out there.
Up to bat next for the Scoops, Tate Johnson.
Or is Les in Red Owl?
He's Red Owl, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
I always get those mixed up.
Well, they're very close together.
They are.
1 ball, no strikes here for Tate Johnson.
Megan Long explained it to us one time.
She did, and she did a very good job of it, but unfortunately you and I's memory aren't what they used to be, so. Oh, boy, and that's almost hit by pitch.
Down to first base.
Did that bounce off the dirt first? It did not. That hit Tate Johnson. So the Scoopers, just like what happened in the top of the first for Del Rapids, they get a couple of runners on board here on walk or hit by pitch. And the Del Rapids coach calls timeout. He's going to come out here and talk to his pitcher, Quinn Carr.
Oh, Les and Ann, they're in White Owl. I had to
they
look
are
it
in
up to
White
make
Owl.
sure, yeah.
Okay, you're good.
You know, when I drove by there today, I considered swinging in to saying hey to Ann and see if Les was there because his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, Les.
Very good.
But I was a little tight on time, as you know.
Yeah, I know.
A little late getting back.
Had to get back and call baseball with
so
Gary
hey, Les,
Matthews, yes.
If you're listening out working some cattle today, happy birthday.
It's calving season, you know. I
It
wonder
is.
if they're through calving or if they're still going.
Boy, I don't know. I haven't talked to him for a bit, so.
I know some producers have told us we're done. Some producers have told us we haven't even started yet. So this kind of varies.
Yep.
Some rough weather. That's not good for livestock coming in Saturday, but I'm sure you producers, this is not your first rodeo when it comes to nasty spring weather. So pitch coming. On the way, and oh boy, that one got away from Carr, and that's a dropped pitch. And we're going to have runners advance to second and third for the Scoopers. Quinn Carr's day may end a little early here on the pitcher's mound. He's off to a rough start here for the Quarriors.
Yeah, good start for the Scoops to get some players on and in scoring position with no outs.
Count 1-0. Now 1-1, right on the outside corner. You know, DeShock up to bat here, and he had a pretty good night last night. See if he can pick up where he left off. Oh, boy, and again, high and inside. Quinn is just not getting that strike zone where he wants it to be. Both his balls have been way inside on Dalen DeShock. Dalen DeShock kind of hugs that plate, though, when he's up there. Swings on that one for strike 2. Count goes 2-2.
Yeah, a little bit behind on that one by Dalen DeShock. But when he makes contact, we've seen him.
You bet.
He cranked that one over the left field fence just a little bit foul.
That one up high, and now DeShock has a full count.
Full count.
Got runners on second and third. Elijah Stroud looking to come home. Here comes the full count pitch, and it's inside ball 3. Ball 4 now. It takes DeShock to first base. And Stroud comes home because that was a dropped pitch. It was a wild pitch. And the Scoopers are on the board here in the bottom of the first. It's 2-1 Quarriors.
A couple of walks already by Quinn Carr and a hit by pitch.
I said he might be seeing his day in a little early. See if he can pick it up here with the fourth batter, Kel Sundstrom.
I don't see any action yet in the Dell Rapids bullpen, but
It's pretty quiet, yep.
it's early.
That pitch right in there for a strike. So 0-1 with runners on the corners.
Showing bunt.
And that one low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, third baseman for Dell Rapids, Talon Millage. He's coming off third base to play that bunt.
Yep, he was.
We'll see if Sundstrom, the lefty, would probably bunt it down the third baseline.
That's what you're thinking, yep. Now he's going to swing at this one, and he'll miss that one for strike 2. So the count goes 1-2, and Carr is hoping he can get a strikeout here. With no outs, runners on first and third for the Scoopers. And there goes the runner from first to second, and it's a strikeout at home plate. But DeShock gets to second base, so runners at second and third. One away on the strikeout by Carr. So Sundstrom goes down swinging. George Hamer up to bat next.
Yeah, we saw George last night in, where was he hitting last night? He was in the number 6 slot last
I was
night.
going to say, I think he was in the 6th, and he's in the 5th slot today. And that first pitch from Carr, ball 1. I don't see our good friend Timothy Potts here yet. This one up high for ball 2.
He'll be here.
My guess he's listening to the broadcast.
I know his wife Marcia's back home from her trip, so.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes. That one down low and at the knees. A wild pitch. In comes a run, and the Scoopers tie it up. As number 1 for the Sturgis Scoopers, Tate Johnson brings home a run. And Carr's going to keep going here. And the Quarriors with their share of mistakes here in the first inning.
And the Scoopers taking advantage, which is what you got to do. Ooh.
Boy, Carr, he's just got that up high inside pitch, and that might be it. Here comes the Dell Rapids coach. Andrew Jeske will be next up to bat, but now with runners on the corners again, looks like we're going to see an early pitching change here, and Quinn Carr's day is going to end early here.
Yeah, 3 walks for Quinn Carr here in the bottom of the first inning.
He just was not getting that strike zone. He had a lot of those inside and high and inside, and making a quick pitching change here. So let's see who comes out. I think it's 34, maybe Brandon Schmidt, if that's the case.
That looks like number 12.
Looks like it's number 12, yep. And that is Lincoln Fursdahl, who was at first base to start the inning here. And now he's going to move to the pitcher's mound. So he's going to warm up, and while he does, we're going to take 30 seconds. This pitching change being brought to you by the folks at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. We'll hear from them and be back as Lincoln Fursdahl takes over pitching for Dell Rapids. As we head into this spring sports season, Quick Mart in Sturgis wants to send a huge thank you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them.
But we have moved it up an hour, so first pitch set for 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll have it for you here on KBHB and on Live Ticket TV. That's 4 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Central. And then Saturday's games have been canceled. They did that earlier today, so no baseball on Saturday. We're supposed to get some wet, heavy snow on Saturday. Throw to first base. They'll chase the runner back. So Fursdahl has yet to deliver a pitch to the batter, Jaron Andrzejewski.
George Hamer at first base for the Scoopers. Probably going to steal second here shortly. Ooh.
Oh, they're going to throw it to third. Uh-oh, that was close.
A good fake move by Fursdahl, but Dalen DeShock not fooled at third base.
DeShock gets back. They did have a pickoff at second base last night, Dell Rapids did. And that pitch there, here comes the stolen base. Hamer gets there, no trouble.
Yeah, so just one away. Scoopers in scoring position again.
And the count 0-1 for Andrzejewski. Andrzejewski pops that one foul, and they'll toss it to first base for out number 2, but a run scores. Dalen DeShock comes home. Sacrifice RBI by Andrzejewski gives the Scoopers the lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning.
Good start for Sturgis.
All right, to the plate now comes Bridge Batten. And he swings and he fouls that one back into the fence.
Bridge Batten playing left field today for Sturgis.
Looking to swing. Nope. He'll hold the bat. That one drops out into the strike zone, and it'll be an even count, 1-1. Runner on third for the Scoops. Here's the pitch, and inside on Bridge, and that'll be ball 2. Count will go 2-1. 3-2 lead for the Scoopers here, bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Swings on that one, a little chopper, scooped up by, no, couldn't get it. The second baseman, and he delivers it to first,
Safe.
But his foot wasn't on the base. And the Scoopers take a 2-run lead.
Good hustle by Bridger Massa Batten, second baseman for the Dell Rapids Warriors. Cole Rusink had to charge that. He kind of bobbled it, tried to do a barehanded backflip to his first baseman and a little bit high, so Batten is safe.
Runner on first, 2 away, and the Scoopers take a 2-run lead. Here's Carter Williams at the plate. trying to keep this inning going for the Scoops. It's been a good one so far. He swings, fouls that one. Far right field.
Yeah, what I like so far about the Scoopers is they're manufacturing runs, just one hit for the Scoops here in this game. I guess that was considered a hit by Batten.
They'll throw to first, try to get Batten in there.
No, they called that an error, the official scorekeeper.
So they're going to call it an error. Four-2 lead regardless for the Scoops. And there's a go around for a strike and a count 0-2 now on Williams. And Carter Williams in the batting order. Carson Williams at pitching, not in the batting order, at least right at the moment. And this one up high for ball one.
Names are so similar, we might mess them up once in a while.
That's why I wanted to separate the two there for our listeners.
Yeah, Carter, the quarterback for the football team, and he walked in here yesterday. I thought, man, he's a big young man.
Fouled back into the fence.
When you see him on the baseball field, you're like, hey, he looks tall, but get up next to him, you're like, dang, he's big.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Williams. He steps out of the batter's box, takes a couple of practice swings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams ready for the pitch. On the way, and he'll take it down low for ball 2.
Bridge Batten scoots back to first.
Dell Rapids trying to get out of the inning with no more damage. They've allowed 4 runs here, the most they've allowed in this series so far in an inning. That one cracked, and that's going to be a fair ball up the third baseline, and that's going to be a base hit for Williams. Oh, they're going to tag out Batten at third, though. He took 1 base too many, and boy, what a great hit by Williams. He got that one trickling up the third base line for a fair ball, but Batten got a little greedy running the bases here. But got to give him credit.
Yeah, that would have been me. You want 1 more base, but good hustle by Batten, but didn't quite get there.
1 full inning in the books. It's 4-2 Sturgis. We head to the top of the second in 60.
That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, 1 pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
One of my good friends asked me, I want to see the spider. I don't know where it went. Freddie Mercury took off somewhere. I don't know where.
If I see it, Gary, I might
take a picture.
I might react and just smush it.
Fouled back.
Going to try not to. I'm not a big fan of spiders,
I
like
know.
I said.
Well, neither am I, but I wasn't having any trouble with. I'm not sure where Freddie went.
Don't see him.
He took off. He may have went, but I think he went underneath.
He's underneath?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He might jump on your leg here momentarily.
He's so small.
Then you'll be singing Freddie Mercury, won't you? Up high, ball 2. So Even count now, 2-2. Back to pitch for the Sturgis Scoopers.
I'll hit the high note, huh?
Yes, you will. Mariah Carey. Carson Williams, who has a world record high note. Did you know that?
Does he really? Or she does?
Carson does. Mariah Carey does. That one in there for the strikeout. Good pitch.
The strikeout nation.
So 1 away.
Now batting
and a good pitching start here for Carson Williams.
Yeah, second strikeout for Carson.
Jackson Pipple comes to the plate now, right-handed hitter for the Quarriers.
Got to congratulate Sturgis Brown High School's assistant principal, Wayne Sullivan, being inducted into the South Dakota Football Coaches Hall of Fame tomorrow night.
Wonderful.
Well deserved.
And a swing, and he'll foul that one off.
32 years at St. Thomas More.
Yep, many, many years.
Never got a state championship, though. I think runner-up like 6 times.
He went to quite a few state championships, though.
Such a great coach and a great guy.
Yeah. You and I still waiting to call our first football game at the Dome, Terry.
We'll get there.
I hope so. A swing, and that's a little chopper. And it'll get picked up by the catcher.
Got him!
First, and they turn it. Yep. No, they're going to call safe. His foot off the bag. Yep.
Wow. Good stretch by Dalen Deshock.
Sure was. Gave it his all.
That's Elijah Stroud at first base. Good stretch, but foot came off the bag. Called him out initially, but
then he said, nope, foot was off the bag. So Pepple's safe at first.
And that's our friend Joel out there in the infield.
Yep.
Nice work, Joel.
Quinn Carr at the plate now to round out the batting order here for Dale Rapids. And he'll take this one outside for ball 1.
Dell Rapids getting a runner on with 1 out. We'll see. They're pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive on the base paths.
4-2 lead for the Scoopers here. We're in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch, and outside, ball 2.
I was listening back to a halftime show we did with Wayne Sullivan when he came up to the booth.
Sure.
Yeah, you listen to him talk, and wow, he's analyzing the game as a fan watching the Scoopers play.
Yep. And a big go around there
Good
for
pitch.
strike 1. And we'll have to start putting more games up on our on-demand page at the website. I know a lot of people like to go back and listen to those. We did put up the Huron-Sturgis basketball game. It's up there from the Sodak 16 a couple weeks ago.
There goes Pepple.
And Pepple's going to try and steal. He's going to get there. Scoopers will not even try to make the play.
Foul ball.
So we'll have an even count at home plate, 2-2.
Oh, foul ball.
Oh, they're going to make Pepple come back. Okay, so the count stays the same, but Pepple has to come back. Carr takes this one low and outside, ball 3. We'll have a full count coming.
And the good thing about having live tickets here in baseball and in football and in basketball, you can watch the game. We like to kind of watch and listen to see where we messed up and how we can get better.
Indeed. Now Pepple's going to steal, and he'll get there. That's a strikeout. That's a ball at 4, so it don't matter. So Quinn Carr trots off to first base on ball 4. And we're back to the batting order, top of the batting order. Cole Rusink is at the plate now.
1 out. Scoopers need to get a double play here.
Now go-ahead run at the plate here for the Quarriers.
Try to get Rusink to hit a grounder.
Rusink swings. This will be a pop fly.
That's
it's in
playable.
foul territory, but
That's
playable.
playable.
Yep.
That wind.
And they got it. That's out number 2.
Nobody covering third.
Yep, runners are going to advance.
Oh, the ball gets...
And headed on to second base is number 34, Quinn. Check that, Quinn Carr, who has a pinch runner in for him.
Yeah, great catch by third baseman Jaron Andrzejewski,
Yep.
but the rest of the Scoopers were spectators. They were watching that play rather than getting over to third to cover it. You know, whether that's a pitcher's job or the shortstop's job, but nobody was there. So, again, smart play by Pepple to get to third.
That's Brandon Schmidt out at second base. He's a pinch runner. And this one outside for ball 1 at the plate. Number 5 for Dell Rapids, Drake Eastman.
And it's easy for us, even as announcers sometimes. I become a spectator during a game, and I'm thinking, well, I didn't write down any stats there.
Ooh, that one low and in the knees. That's going to be a passed ball, and in comes a run, and it's 4-3 Sturgis. Number 24, Jackson Pepple, scores the third run for Dell Rapids off another wild pitch. So a lone runner on base here for the Quarriers. That's the tying run at third.
Third wild pitch for Williams.
Two 2-0 is the pitch count. Eastman takes ball three, another wild pitch, but it's knocked down in the dirt, so Schmidt is unable to come home for the Quarriers. So Sioux Falls, Washington will be here tomorrow. They're going to travel 400 miles to get here tomorrow. I imagine they were hoping to have some other games lined up, but I don't think Saturday is going to be in their favor. That's a strike.
Good pitch.
Count will go 3-1.
Yeah, it might be tough. Yeah, coming out for just one game, but
and maybe they'll cancel it in the morning. I guess we'll see.
Yep.
This one up high, ball 4.
What I always say, though, is the East River teams definitely want to come west because we live in the most beautiful part of South Dakota.
Sure. They might see some snow. They ain't going to get any snow in Sioux Falls on Saturday, but.
And I heard the Pier forecast today. They said a dusting of snow.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to get a few inches, I think, right?
See accumulating snow here. Yep. Depends on when it starts sticking to the grass. If it stays warm enough, it may take it a while because we've had some pretty warm days. So the roads are certainly warm enough, I think, where probably won't accumulate till after the sun goes down Saturday.
Big leadoff first base for Drake Eastman.
And Williams was threatening to throw there.
2 away. Tad Jaden at the plate for Dell Rapids.
Left-handed hitter for the Quarriers. Here's the pitch, and there goes the runner, and he'll get there. That ball actually, I think, bounced off him. And here comes the play. Oh, that was almost plate interference. But the run will score, and it is tied up at 4. And then Brandon Schmidt, he's kind of a load, and he's coming. And he went right between the legs of the Sturgis Scooper catcher, George Hamer.
Again, I don't understand when you have runners at first and third why you're trying to throw out a runner at second.
Yeah.
The chances of getting him are slim, and the chances of the guy at third running home are high. And just about a dangerous collision there at home plate for Hamer and Schmidt, but luckily both players okay. Yeah, it's just one of those decisions. We've seen it in the last few games, and the Scoopers have done that, and it's to me it's a questionable decision for sure.
4-4 ball game. We are all tied up again.
Just my opinion.
Well, that's why you're my color guy, my friend. You're allowed to give
I'm full of
those.
them. And I, believe us too. I've heard from some people that have listened. You need to be more positive. I am a very positive person, but
we got to call it as we see it, my friend. Jaden swings on this one. It's a little dribbler.
Nice,
they'll throw it to first, and they'll get him there.
Nice play by Williams.
But Dell Rapids ties this one up. We're all knotted at 4. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and Tayton Corkins is on deck when we return.
Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Concert T-shirt you ever bought? Huey Lewis in the news here.
Styx, Paradise Theater tour.
I wish I still had my 4 tour. It was the front out part of the album on the front, and then the back side of the album on the back, where it's their back sides.
Nice.
Yeah, my favorite T-shirt. I wore that thing out. I'm sure it pretty much had holes after 3 months after I was wearing that one all the time.
Tayton Corkins at the plate for the Scoops.
And his first pitch is a ball. Second one is as well. 2-0 to count.
Lincoln Fursdahl on the mound for Dell Rapids. Had a chance to see Huey Lewis and Jimmy Buffett a few years back.
Oh, that would have been a spectacular show.
That's when Huey canceled his tour and hasn't sang since because of his throat condition.
That one in there for a strike, 2-1. I don't see Tayton's mom here yet. She might be on her way home from work. Might be listening to us on the broadcast. Her son up to bat. Here's the next pitch. Swings, and boy, he got all of that one. He put it foul, though. Bounced it off the chain link fence.
Good cut.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is up high for ball 3, and Tayton will take a full count here.
Full count.
Elijah Stroud is up next for the Scoops. Corkins swings on that one, and that's strike 3 and 1 away.
First.
And Elijah Stroud to the plate.
Yeah, first strikeout for Lincoln Fursdahl.
Elijah Stroud.
So Quinn Carr got the start. He didn't even make it through the first inning. He let Scoopers put 4 runs on the board. They did have a couple of mistakes. Stroud, the right-handed hitter, takes his position in the batter's box.
Good pitch.
And takes that one right in there. Yep, strike 1.
Yeah, that one started high, dropped quickly when it got near home plate.
Count 0-1 for Stroud.
Our hot dog guy, Justin Thurman, just walked in the ballpark.
Are you saying something? That one is hit right to the shortstop. Quick throw to first, and turns out number 2.
Nice defensive play by Drake Eastman, shortstop for Dell Rapids.
So 2 away. And now batting is Tate Johnson, number 1.
No, I'm not saying. I actually had some beef jerky, so I'm good.
I thought maybe you were saying maybe he'll bring us a hot dog again.
If we'd have said it 10 minutes ago when he was driving here from work, he might not have done it 2 nights in a row.
Somebody might end up telling him, though.
He is a nice guy. I wouldn't put it past him to do it again.
He fixed you a hot dog.
He's filled my belly.
How about that? That one down low and in the dirt for ball 2.
Justin, an orthopedic PA out at the VA. He's my go-to guy for any joint injuries I have, which I've had plenty in the past few years.
This one down low, ball 3.
Funny story about him. I had a problem with my biceps tendon on my right arm, and I text him a picture of my arm, and he goes, "Come see me." Okay, on the way, Doc.
Big swing and a miss there for a strike. And the count will go 3-1 for Johnson.
Turns out I had a torn biceps tendon.
Gracious. Between you and Bob Luby, I don't know.
But I never got it fixed. He said you could get it fixed, but it might hurt more if you get it fixed. So.
Sure.
Oh,
that's ball 4, and Johnson's going to take a base. So the Scoopers get a runner on here in the bottom half of the second inning in a 4-4 ball game. Dalen DeShock to the plate next.
First walk for Lincoln Fursdahl. Dalen's walk-up song. Little Justin Timberlake.
Bringing sexy back.
Self-confident young man that he is.
I remember when that song came out, my nephew was just rocking to it. He
Really?
thought that was the neatest thing since peanut butter. That was going to bounce foul, I think, off the third base.
Just foul. Yeah, good hard hit down the third baseline. Just foul for Deshak.
And the count will go 0-1. Meanwhile, number 2, Johnson will return to first base. A 4-4 ball game here at Strong Field on a breezy Thursday evening. 0-1 pitch coming, and that one blooped back foul. The wind's going to take that one way back towards Ballpark Road.
Tate Johnson at first base, the 8th grader. Not often you see an 8th grader on a varsity baseball squad.
Yeah, not very often.
You know, we saw it on the varsity wrestling for the Scoopers this year with Mason Hagan. Had a great showing at State. I think Mason ended up getting second at State, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right, yes.
Boy, what a future for that young man.
What a future for the Scooper wrestling team still.
For sure.
This one up high for ball 1, so the count goes 1-2 for Deshak.
Graduating some good wrestlers, but boy, bringing back a bunch of good ones.
Are.
I think both state champions will be back next year for their senior year.
Little chopper to the third baseman, and it got under his mitt, and look what just arrived, my friend.
Justin Thurman comes through again.
Comes through with the hot dog. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, just joking about it, too. Thanks.
They might chalk that up as an error for Dell Rapids. That went scooting right under the third baseman's mitt.
Yeah, these R.J. Royer got us these hot dogs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Boy,
that one inside for
like a
couple
of beggars up here, huh?
That's what they're going to think.
Oh my
anyway.
gosh! Can't turn them down though. a hot ballpark hot dog. It's the best.
Kel Sundstrom takes ball 2. Much different playing Dell Rapids team here this evening. Sturgis much more aggressive here.
Definitely. Yeah, 2 on, 2 outs.
Good pitch there, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sundstrom struck out his first time up. Lefty looking to get a base hit.
Big swing and a miss on that one, and that'll even up the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Sundstrom. Yeah, Cooper's got the go-ahead run in scoring position here at second base. Big leadoff out there, too. And he swings on this one, and the wind blowing this one a little bit. This may drop. Nope, caught out there in left field. Good catch. So the Scoopers get a couple of runners on. They'll end up stranding them here at the bottom of the second inning, and in a 4-4 ball game, we'll head to the top of the third next. This is Cooper Baseball on the Big 81. Big 81.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Want a solid deal?
Saving 16% on John Deere and Fleetguard filters this month is a great incentive to stock up at Grossenberg Implement. Filters are one of those easy to overlook maintenance items, but they can make a huge difference in keeping equipment running smoothly. Whether it's your tractor, self-propelled windrower, or that trusty Z-Track mower. So partner up with Grossenberg Implement during their filter sale this month and save 16%.
Yeah, that's so good. Thank you, R.J. Royer. Appreciate it.
You get a free advertisement tonight for providing us a delicious ballpark hot dog.
Man, that's good.
Count is 0-1. First pitch is a strike. Up to the plate here for Dell Rapids, number 28. This is Talon Millage. Right-handed hitter. Swing on this one. This one is deep into center field. See if it'll drop. Oh, Scooper's lost track of it. It does drop, and that's going to be an opening base hit for Millage. 3 Scoopers. Kind of like the joke. It goes, what happens when 3 of you try to change the light bulb? That's kind of what happened there. Scoopers, all 3 of them were there, and it dropped right in front of all 3 of them. I don't know if they'll mark that as an error or not, but
Scoops with 1 error, but I don't know if that one
I don't know if they would count that an error.
Let me
the
see
wind is really wreaking havoc on that ball when it gets
is.
up there in the air.
Now that was considered a hit by Millage. So.
Okay, so no error. And that'll bring to the plate, 5th in the batting order, Cooper Frost, number 1 for Dell Rapids.
Carson Williams up to 46 pitches, 4 hits, 3 balls, 3 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts.
And that one there is ball 1. So I think Dell Rapids is hoping to get some games in the Southern Hills tomorrow.
Less snow down that way? Well, I guess tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday, so they might get games in tomorrow.
Be okay.
Yep, that one's blooped right to the shortstop, scooped up, and they are not going to make the throw. Just a little bobble, and that's all it took. And the shortstop out there for the Scoopers, number 1, Tate Johnson, just couldn't gather it up in time to get the throw to first base.
Yeah, maybe a ball he should have charged. He kind of waited for it to come to him. Big lead off by Talon Millage. I guess he's got a pinch runner out there now for him, but
and a big swing here. I lost track of that one. It went foul, out of play. This is Lincoln Fursdal at the plate. So you got Cooper Frost on first and the pinch runner on second.
And that last play by Johnson scored an error by the scorekeeper.
So it was an error. This one is in there for a strike. So we got an even count. Make that a ball. So it's 1-1 now for Lincoln Fursdal. Fursdal swings on this one. Picked up by the second baseman. They'll throw out at first. Runners advance to second and third with 1 away. Top of the 3rd inning. Runners in scoring position now for the Warriors. To the plate comes Carson Mation. Right-handed hitter.
Mation struck out his last time up. One of 2 strikeouts that Carson Williams has.
First pitch, and he was looking to bunt, and it went foul.
Foul ball out of play. Please return the foul balls to the concession stand.
That one fell just to the right of us here in the press box. And he was looking to bunt this one. Oh, boy, Dell Rapids had the runner almost halfway home, but Scoopers were not in a position to make a play on him, though.
No, Andrew Jeske halfway to home playing that bunt, and then Tate Johnson backing up there, just couldn't get there in time.
Yep.
But Hamer looked like he wanted to throw.
Count 0-2.
Yeah, Mation didn't like that pitch for his bunt.
Mason goes around and strikes out, and that is out number 2.
Good strikeout.
Now batting number 24.
Now batting will be number 24. This is Jackson Pepple, the left fielder for Dell Rapids here in this game.
Pepple with a hit and a run for the Warriors.
Swings on this one and picked up by the short. No, it got by the shortstop. 1 run scores, 5-4. 2 runs score. And Pepple's hit brings in 2 runs. And again, that ball just misplayed by the shortstop out there. It was in the dirt, with scooting past him like Freddie Mercury the Spider. And 2 run score for Dell Rapids. They lead 6-4.
Error number 3 for the Scoops.
Yep. Pinch hitter now, Brandon Schmidt to the plate for Dell Rapids. They chase Pepple back to first. So Quinn Carr momentarily out of the lineup for the Warriors. Schmidt takes this one outside, ball 1. So 2 runs have scored here in the top of the 3rd for Dell Rapids. Swing on this one. In center field, is it going to fall? And it will get in there, and they'll catch it for out number 3. But Dell Rapids adds a couple more runs here in the top of the 3rd. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Scoopers down a couple runs. This is Scooper Baseball on the Big 81. On the Big 81.
To any 9 Grosenberg locations and partner up with us this spring.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Ticket TV on this Thursday. Glad you're with us here tonight. Terry Anderson, Gary Matthews. This one into the fence for a foul ball. Scooperoos lead things off here with George Hamer at the plate, number 26. And Timothy Potts is here now.
Of course he is.
You and I were thinking the same thing. Is Timothy Potts here yet?
Yeah, we saw his lens before we saw him. the largest lens in western South Dakota.
Yeah.
Scoopers with just 1 hit, but 4 runs. They've manufactured some runs, and that's a good sign.
This one blew
base
out
hit.
into center field for a base hit for Hamer.
Yeah, nice base hit right up the middle by George Hamer. Right on cue, as I said, the Scoopers with 1 hit. Well, now the Scoopers with 2 hits.
Number 5, Jaron
Andrzejewski will come to the plate now. I think Tim's going to pick me up in the morning. Him and I are chasing down a news story tomorrow
that one
morning.
sounds interesting, too.
We can't tell you anything about it yet, but you'll find out eventually.
Yeah, Tim, the news hound, he's got a nose for news.
He does.
And he's got a boot on that left foot because he had surgery on that foot. But, man, he's the Energizer Bunny. He doesn't let that slow him down.
Not at all.
Such a good guy.
Scoopers get a run on first base. That one a strike going around. 0-1 the count. So Andrzejewski will try and get on base here with nobody out in the bottom of the third. They're going to throw to first. Chase him back. Hamer gets back. I think that is Hamer still out there? 32. Yep. No, Jace Thurman is going to pinch run. I thought maybe he would since Hamer is the catcher.
Yep.
That one up high for ball one. That'll even the count 1-1.
Good to see Jace in the game. He had a great wrestling season for the Scoops, and he's a good baseball player, just a sophomore, so good to see him on the varsity roster.
1 ball, 1 strike. And swing, and that fouled off in the deep right field. Sweet 16 starts tonight in the NCAA basketball tournament.
Should be underway. Let me take a quick look at the score.
My bracket is in pretty good shape heading into tonight.
But here's this.
All it takes is a couple of games to totally deflate it. One ball, 2 strikes. And that one is down low for ball 2. 2-2 now for Andrzejewski.
Alabama up on BYU, 50-38 in the first
they're
half.
Up quite a bit. I didn't even have BYU still in where they are now.
I didn't either. Florida beating up on Maryland, 20-9 in the first half.
That's ball 3. We're going to have a full count, and they try to chase Thurman back. Thurman does get back.
Arizona Duke up next, and then Arkansas, Texas.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Arkansas, Texas Tech, the late game. Yeah,
I have Arizona winning.
Do
I
ya?
have those two teams in the yep, and I have Arizona winning.
Gutsy pick, my friend.
Let me think. I'm trying to think some of the folks in the bracket.
Strikeout.
That is a strikeout for out number 1. Do you have Duke or?
I have Duke.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't think I have Duke getting past the Elite Eight. Which I'm kind of nervous about that pick now.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money?
Up to the plate, number 11, Bridge Batten. With 1 out, boy, they keep chasing Thurman back. Thurman will get back in a cloud of dust. Big swing there and fouled off for strike 1.
Bridge Batten got on base his first time up, but got thrown out at third base when he tried to stretch an extra base. I remember getting in trouble for that in softball one time. I saw glory at third base, but then the ball got there 5 feet before I got there. I was out by a mile.
That one down low for ball 1.
Third base coach saying, I told you not to run.
I told you to not go. Thought you said go. No, I said whoa.
Both my hands were up telling you to stop. Well, I didn't see it. Sorry. All I saw
count for Batten 1-1.
All I saw was a triple in the scorebook with my name beside it.
Up high for ball 2. So 2-1 the count for Batten. Thurman on first. 1 away, 6-4 lead for Dell Rapids. That pitch up high for ball 3.
Good eye by Batten. Yeah, we had fast pitch softball in high school in the summers, and there was no, baseball during high school season. But I know towns around here had Legion ball. We didn't have that in Newell. I wish we would have now. But fast pitch was fun.
Sure. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, now coming out of the pitching stance here is Fernsdahl, who took over back in the first inning for the starter, Quinn Carr.
Ooh, base
Swings
hit
on
for
that
Batten.
one, and that's going to get past the first baseman. Yep.
Thurman going to third.
And he should get there. Oh, just barely got there.
Ooh, good throw.
Runners on the corners now for the Scoops.
Just a little off target, but yeah, if that was on target, Thurman might have been in trouble. But Thurman with the Pete Rose slide into third base.
Carter Williams will come to the plate now for Sturgis.
Yeah, nice base hit by Batten. Third hit for the Scoops.
Six-4 lead, but the Scoopers have the tying run on first base.
Carter Williams with one of 3 hits for the
And
Scoops
there goes
tonight.
Batten. He's going to steal second, and he gets there.
Good hustle. I like the aggressiveness by the
too.
Scoopers.
Yep. Second and third base loaded up in a 6-4 ball game. Dell Rapids with the lead. Williams has a 1-0 pitch coming. Now make it 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch coming, and inside, ball 3. Maybe that arm of Fernsdahl showing a little fatigue.
You know, looking at the pitchers Del Rapids had last night, you know, a couple of them can't pitch tonight because of they've got to have a day of rest
Correct.
in between starts
Yep.
or in between pitching outings. Tad Jaden, I think he had 44 pitches. He's the starting pitcher last night, so he won't be able to come in tonight.
3-0. Here's the pitch. That one right in there for a strike. So the count goes 3-1 on Williams. Scoopers have 2 runners in scoring position. And that there is ball. Make that strike 2. And we have a full count. So the payoff pitch coming with 1 away. Fernsdahl looking for the strikeout. And that one is hit to the first baseman. They'll tag out first, but a run scores as Thurman comes home. And it's a 6-5 lead for Dell Rapids. Nice sacrifice for the Scoopers Williams.
Yeah, you know, whether it's just as good as a bunt, like
It
you've said,
is,
you know,
yep.
gets it out there and allows Jace Thurman to scoot on home.
Dell Rapids manager is heading out to talk to his pitcher. Let's see if Fernsdahl is going to get retired here or if perhaps they will just give him some words of encouragement here or discuss whether having pizza later.
I would recommend a ballpark hot dog.
I would too in this situation. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, taking a look at some baseball scores now from opening day around Major League Baseball. These finals, Yankees beat the Brewers 4-2. Orioles over the Blue Jays 12-2. Phillies beat the Nationals 7-3 in 10 innings. Red Sox beat the Rangers 5-2. Marlins over the Pirates 5-4, and the Giants got by the Reds 6-4.
Good to be able to give Major League Baseball scores finally.
Feels good.
Yep. A sure sign summer is around the corner. That one in ball 1. That one down low at the plate, number 25. Tayton Corkins will round out the batting order here for the Scoops with 2 away. He'll swing on this one, and that is strike 1. So even count, 1-1. 6-5 ball game. Scoopers have Batten in scoring position at third. 2 balls, 1 strike for Corkins. They did not take out Fernsdahl. He's going to try and finish the inning. And Corkins goes around on that one for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. And that pitch, strike 3. And the Scoopers will be headed into the top of the fourth inning, down by a run to the Dell Rapids Warriors. It is 6-5, and we're back for the top of the fourth in 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
Reaching the right audience. If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Diverse.
It sure is.
Everything from gangster rap to Elvis the Pelvis.
Had a fan down there who probably remembers Elvis. Give him the thumbs up. Good choice. All right, Dell Rapids up to bat, leading things off. Cole Rusink, they're back at the top of the batting order. Williams back on the mound for Sturgis. His first pitch is ball one. Here comes the second pitch, and that's ball two up high. In fact, that was right over the helmet of Rusink. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Oh, that was almost hit by pitch. Way inside for ball three.
Carson Williams, 61 pitches now through 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's faced 18 batters thus far. Rusink, 1 for 2 at the plate for Dell Rapids. Scored a run.
And that one's well outside.
Some action in the Scooper bullpen. Got a couple of guys throwing.
Count 3-1.
Yeah, a lot of action in the bullpen.
Yep, big swing. That one's fouled back. So a full count coming here for Rusink. Base is empty. This is the leadoff batter for Dell Rapids here in the top of the fourth. Oh, got him swinging late on that one for the strikeout. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good inside pitch by Carson Williams and fooled Rusink and whiffed at it.
Drake Eastman now to the plate. Number 5.
4th strikeout for Williams. Eastman's walked a couple of times.
He swings on this one and gets all air, and the count goes 0-1.
Eastman scored a run, but yeah, he's been patient. Just 2 walks for Drake Eastman so far.
Swing on that one, and that one got the umpire. They take some hits back there.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some pads, but the pads are hidden pretty well on the umpires.
Yeah.
You can tell they look a little buff in the upper body, but that's mainly a pad, a chest pad that they wear, and they wear other pads to. Yeah, but there's some exposed areas. I think the foot gets it quite a bit on umpires and catchers.
0-2 the count. This one up high for ball 1. 1-2 the count now. I do believe the Scooper JV is going to play after this one tonight.
Yeah, they did last night.
Rapids. They did last night. It was a late night for them.
Didn't hear how it turned out, though. I need to get the varsity or the JV up on my game changer and see how that game ended up.
1 ball, 2 strikes here for Drake Eastman. With 1 away, here's the pitch, and he swings and goes around on that one for a strikeout.
Strikeout number 5.
2 strikeouts in this inning for Williams. All right, left-handed hitter. Tad Jaden is coming to the plate for Dell Rapids. Williams started this game, still going strong. Jaden, this one deep left field, and Scoopers will catch that one for out number 3.
A quick inning.
3 up, 3 down, top of the 4th. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Scoopers down by a run. It is 6-5, and we're back in 60 seconds.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and Lozelle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a Daylight donut or 2? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and Lozelle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
For Elijah Stroud.
Yeah, back to the top of the order for the Scoops. Down by 1, 6-5 here, middle of the 4th inning.
Scoopers played well that top of the 4th. Couple of strikeouts for Williams.
Lincoln Fursdahl still on the mound for Dell Rapids.
And he throws strike 1 on Stroud. Our broadcaster's dinner of ballpark hot dogs have been completed.
Delicious.
And we rate them delicious. Ball, I'll make that strike 2. Count goes 0-2 here for Stroud.
I just had a physical, and they didn't tell me to cut down on fats and sodium. They said to cut down on sugar, and there's not much sugar in a hot dog. So
I don't think so, not unless you put sugar on it. So, a strikeout, big strikeout. Oh, he got a piece of it. Oh, that's a strikeout. Thought maybe he got a piece of it, but he did not.
Sugar on a hot dog. No, thank you.
So strikeout for Fernsdahl. And to the plate now, second in the batting order, Tate Johnson for the Scoopers.
4th strikeout for Lincoln Fursdahl. He's given up 2 hits, walked 1. 50 pitches for Fursdahl.
Takes this one up high for ball 1. So again, remember, 4 o'clock tomorrow for Scooper Baseball. Hoping we can beat the rain before that storm system comes in. We assume it is still on. We'll check it in the morning. That one, we'll scream that one on the foul ball. Terry took his eye off that ball. It's a good thing that didn't come screaming into the window here.
I have cat-like reflexes.
Yeah, you'd be jumping behind me, you said.
Using Gary as a human shield.
Use me as a human shield with one of those fly balls.
No, my reflexes aren't cat-like anymore. They probably never were.
That is down low. It bounces off the dirt for ball 2. So you have a 2-1 count here for Tate Johnson. All the years we've been doing Scooper baseball up here, Terry, we've never had one come in our window here.
Oh, yeah, it's
We're
been
still
close.
waiting for it.
Been close.
Yep. And we always say about the time we say that, one comes in, but it still hasn't happened.
I'm saying, I think it's going to happen off the bounce is my prediction. Vegas has some odds on it right now.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a betting platform. No, I'm just kidding. You can bet on pretty much anything now.
Pretty much. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Tate Johnson hit by a pitch, walked. He scored a run. Productive night for the shortstop.
That one inside, ball 4. So Tate Johnson's going to get on base after the strikeout. And Dalen DeShock up to the plate.
And Scooper's looking to manufacture another run here. They need one to tie this thing up.
I don't remember. Did you say if the White Sox won tonight or not?
Let me take a look.
I only wonder because somebody posted a social meme that said already eliminated from the playoffs.
They did win, 8-1.
How about that? The White Sox start with a season-opening win.
They're undefeated, 1-0.
Well, they can't be eliminated from the playoffs yet then. That one falls out of the strike zone for ball 1.
No, I think CBS this morning had a story on the White Sox. They had a reporter go out there and suit up and go in the batting cage. And like he said, hope abounds here on opening day because anything is possible.
All teams are still in the playoffs on opening day. Little toss to
Del
second
Rapids.
base. They'll try to turn the double, not going to get it. So runner is safe at first. They turn the out at second on Tate Johnson. And 2 away, the bottom of the 4th here.
Dalen DeShock safe at first. Yeah, with 162 games in Major League Baseball,
Something
so
like
it's
that. Or I thought it was 180 something.
I don't know. It's a lot.
I'm just hoping the Rockies can hold their own this year. I think they're predicted to finish last again.
Dang it.
They have just had so much misery over the years.
Yeah, some good seasons, but last few have not been so good.
Yeah. That one down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, 162 games in the season. Kind of been that way for a while. Big lead off first. There goes DeShock.
There goes DeShock, and they're going to get the throw out there. He's safe. Yep, he'll beat the tag.
Carson Mason, a little trouble getting to that ball. He had to dodge Kel Sundstrom, who's in the batter's box. Kel, a left-handed hitter, and Mason, a right-handed catcher, so kind of got in the way a little bit.
Kel, whoa, that one right above us. First strike 1 to the foul back.
I was ready.
We both seen that one coming. Just over us, though.
Thinking one of these games, you should bring a glove with us, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, huh? I think I've got one somewhere at home. I just got to find it.
I do, too, in the garage. Kids never played softball. I love softball and baseball, but the kids weren't into it.
Yep, 2-2.
Then we moved to Sturgis in 2010, and their cousins were all playing softball. Carlin and Aaron Short, but girls just weren't into it.
That one is socked into right field, but getting underneath it for the catch is the right fielder out there for Dell Rapids. Scooper Strand, Dalen DeShock, and it stays a 6-5 ball game. We head to the 5th inning after this.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid. up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
And at halftime, Alabama with an 11-point lead on BYU, 50-41.
Got Alabama going to the Elite Eight. So I got to say go Crimson Tide for my bracket.
And BYU, one of those sleeper teams.
Yeah,
so
they sure are.
Ooh.
I didn't think they'd get this far.
Maryland good too, and they closed the gap after being down by 11 in the early in the first. They're tied at 34 now.
All right, we are to the top of the fifth inning here. It's a 6-5 ball game in favor of the Dell Rapids Warriors, and their leadoff batter is Talon Millage.
Carson Williams pretty efficient so far for the Scoopers on the mound. 69 pitches through 4 innings.
Millage will take that one up high and outside for ball 1.
And Carson right now, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks.
And still on the mound for the Scoopers, and he got that one cutting in there. Good cutter, and that'll be 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got him down for a couple of wild pitches as well. He's kind of settled that down here the last few innings, and I think that's important. Eliminate the mistakes here late in the game.
Even count. Oh, that one was behind, and I mean totally behind Millage. For ball 2, 2-1. Probably seen that one on Live Ticket TV. It was right behind him.
Yeah, the wind is kind of calmed down here as the game has went on. Little breeze coming out of center field.
And this one outside for ball 3. So now 3-1 the count for Millage. This one much closer than our game last night. Both these two teams playing pretty equal here this evening. Millage chased that one, gets it high up in the air into center field, and caught out there for the fly ball, out number 1.
Carter Williams out in center field for the Scoops.
And he brings that one home for the Scoops.
Number 1, Cooper Frost.
And to the plate now will be Cooper Frost, number 1.
Just thinking about fertilizing my grass here in the next couple of days before this.
Well, if you get it in tomorrow, you maybe not have time to get it in tomorrow, though, but hopefully we'll get more rain. I think the rain chances are pretty good next week.
That's good.
Count is 0-1 here for Frost.
You know, we got the backyard now fenced in and the doggies, and I always worry a little bit about putting down fertilizer with doggies because they
have pet-safe stuff, I think.
Dogs will eat anything you put on the ground.
Some companies have like a liquid version that dries in like half an hour, and then your doggies can go back out there.
Might have to do that.
0-2 the count, but I think they make a liquid you can just buy and do yourself, too, if you have a sprayer. That one down low for a ball. The count will go 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Swings on this one. That one's going to go into right field for a base hit.
Base hit in right field.
And Frost is on base.
Now batting number 12, Lincoln Fursdahl.
Lincoln Fursdahl to the plate now for Dell Rapids.
5th hit for the Warriors.
That was just a nice, solid shot out there into right field.
Still a lot of action in the Scooper bullpen. Carson Williams up to 77 pitches.
That one got fouled and kerplunked off the steel metal bar holding up the chain link fence here.
Somebody with a video camera right behind home plate there.
Yep, they got one over on Dell Rapids sides too. That one swung on and high in the air. Can the Scoopers rein this one in? Yes, they will. The shortstop brings home that one for out number 2. And that will send to the plate now after Cooper Frost. It'll be, okay, we just had Lincoln first. Also now Carson Mason to the plate, number 11. Now this is Connor Hansen. He's going to pinch hit for Mason. And Mason takes this one up high and over his head, deep inside. 1 ball, no strikes. A 6-5 lead for Dell Rapids. We're at the top of the 5th inning. He swings on this one. That's going to be a base hit. And they're going to send the runner on to third, and he'll get there. Runner in scoring position now for Dell Rapids. So Connor Hansen comes in to pinch hit, knocks one out there in the right field for the base hit.
A couple of hits out there to Tayton Corkins in right field, keeping him busy.
2 away, and to the plate now, number 24, Jackson Pepple.
Yeah, they were showing on the CBS this morning, that's Chicago White Sox feature. They have this pitching machine that mimics Major League pitchers. It's interesting. It's a video wall, and you see Shohei Ohtani's video, and then his arm winds up, and there's a hole there where the ball comes out.
Oh.
so they can see the windup coming.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's a state-of-the-art pitching machine for the White Sox. Let's see if it helps them this season.
Yep. This is going to go out in the center field and caught out there by the center fielder.
Got good position by Carter Williams in center.
Had he been playing any deeper, that one would have dropped and would have brought another run home for Dell Rapids. But Williams in the right place at the right time, and we'll hit to the bottom half of the inning. Dell Rapids hanging on to a 6-5 lead.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life.
I like it. New pitcher for Dell Rapids, Jackson Pepple. is coming in for Lincoln Fursdal. Fursdal leaves after 63 pitches, 3 innings of work. Struck out 4, walked 2, gave up 2 hits and 1 run.
Leadoff batter, George Hamer for the Sturgis Scoopers. See, Scoopers can tie it up here, if not take the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Hamer's had a productive game. He's 1 for 1. He's got 2 runs scored. He's walked, scored 2 runs. So George swinging the bat well tonight here at Strong Field.
And Peppel delivers his first pitch. And this one is fouled back. Peppel trying to deliver a perfect first pitch. A lot of P's in there, isn't there?
Yeah, I have seen CBS this morning's do that.
Mm-hmm. And they do it during that night, too.
Strike.
0-2, and their CBS pages come on and they say, hey, we'd love to hear from you, and record yourself saying, hello, CBS.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that, too. We just got to get our fans involved. See? We can do it. This one down low and outside, ball 1. It took us a few years to get the Meet the Scooper segment going, but we finally did.
We got to do it.
This is something new. We need to.
We got to do it for baseball.
Get going. Yep. We do need to get the kids. Yes, we need to get down there with our recorder. Maybe Tim can help us out with that.
Maybe.
He's like, what? I'm not even sure where the longest lens in western South Dakota went, but he's around.
You can hear him coming usually with that boot clicking.
2-2, swing and a strikeout for Peppel and the Dell Rapids Warriors.
Brings up number 5, Jaron Andrzejewski.
So here comes Andrzejewski now to the plate. Batten is on deck for the Scoops.
Jaron 0 for 2. He's grounded out, struck out. Bridger's been on base twice. He got on base on a fielder's choice and a single.
Swing and a miss there for Andrzejewski for strike 1. And that one in there too, strike 2. So Tim made sure to correct me, and I need to give him credit for this. Track and field has already started.
Yeah.
So I didn't think practice started yet, but they're ready to go for their first track meet already. This one up high.
I saw a Scooper trackster here at Strong Field tonight, walking around in their track uniform.
So track is underway. Golf is underway. Today was the Rapid City something or the other. I don't remember the name of it. That one hit to the third baseman. Quick throw to first, and that is out number 2 as Andrzejewski is thrown out at first base.
Well, you do a good job of keeping track of what's going on for the most part.
I try to, yes. It's been kind of a busy week, though.
Yeah, news-wise, yeah.
I've kind of lost track of, spring sport. I'm still trying to get over the fact basketball season's over already. So I've been trying to get into the spring sports mode.
The grief period is past.
Indeed, yeah. You got to get right back into baseball, so.
Yeah, they give us about a week of mourning, and then we're like, okay, let's switch sports. And now we're like, okay, we're in baseball mode now. Softball mode.
Takes ball 1, that one down low. But the Scoopers don't have a tennis team anymore.
Nope.
So just Rapid City. I think Spearfish still runs the tennis program.
Yep.
And it is boys tennis in the spring, girls tennis in the fall. And that's just got a piece of it, Batten did, for a strike. Count will go 2-1.
Yeah, my oldest daughter played tennis for a season.
That I did not know.
Allie, yeah.
I didn't know Allie played tennis.
It's like a lot of parents, we required them to be in some kind of a sporting activity, and she bounced around a little bit. But
Up high, ball 3.
And now that she's a grown adult woman, she loves rock climbing, hiking, mountain biking.
Well, there you go.
And they don't have those sports in high school, but she loves the outdoor stuff, which it's great. I can do that with her now.
Big swing on that one for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Batten actually, I think, batted that one into the dirt, but it'll still be a strike 2 on the foul ball.
Full count. 2 outs.
Base is empty.
Scoopers down by 1 still, 6-5.
And 2 away already. And Batten, that one right to the pitcher. Throw to first there. 3 up, 3 down for the Scoops. And Dell Rapids hangs on to a 6-5 lead. They're going to take that into the 6th inning when we return.
is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Want a solid deal? Saving 16% on John Deere and Fleetguard filters this month is a great incentive to stock up at Grossenberg Implement. Filters are one of those easy to overlook maintenance items, but they can make a huge difference in keeping equipment running smoothly. Whether it's your tractor, self-propelled windrower, or that trusty Z-Track mower. So partner up with Grossenberg Implement during their filter sale this month and save 16%. Stop into any 9 Grossenberg locations and partner up with us this spring.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical...
Wasn't it?
It was.
Whew, tough crowd.
Alabama up on BYU now, 63-47, early in the second. Bama pulling away.
Good pitch by Carson Williams. Gets the strike there. Lincoln LeBrun, pinch hitter up for Dell Rapids. Ooh, a little chin music there. Playing the world's smallest violin. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one just down low for ball 2. So 2-1. So Williams, what's his pitch count now, my friend?
He is at 87.
Okay, so he's getting up there as he starts his 6th inning of work. Ooh, a big swing and a go around there for LeBrun.
Yep, still a lot of activity in the Scooper bullpen.
Oh, yeah.
It might just be some
a lot of JVers are in there.
Yeah, just hanging
ready
out
for the JV game, yep.
Good
That one in there for a
pitch,
strike.
strikeout.
That's a strikeout, yep.
Strikeout number 6.
Yeah, 6th strikeout for Carson Williams. He's having a great outing right now. And, you know, Eris Rodriguez, head coach for the Scoopers, hasn't had to dip into the bullpen yet. He might ride this horse to the end.
Yep.
We'll see. We got there at the top of the 6th inning right now, so conceivably Carson could get through.
Cole Rusink up to bat now. Ooh, got him swinging on that one for a strike.
You'll have to be a little economical on the pitches to get through this inning and start the 7th. He's been averaging about 10 to 15 pitches an inning, which is really good.
Well, 1 pitch coming. And Rusink chases it. High fly ball, right field, and caught by Corkins. That's out number 2, and you're right, Jerry. He might just get out of this inning in good shape.
Yep, he's at 90, so 15 more pitches.
Drake Eastman to the plate now, right-handed hitter for Dell Rapids.
And the Warriors are a pretty aggressive team at the plate. They'll swing, and they're not going to let too many pitches get by.
Swing and a go around there for Eastman. Strike 1. And swing again. 0-2.
2 quick strikes.
See if he can deliver the lucky charm here. He does. Williams with the strikeout will for sure, I think, see him go into the 7th inning. And he'll have some pitches left. A 6-5 lead for Dell Rapids. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll see if the Scoopers can tie it or take the lead in 60.
Hospital. You ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Six-five lead for the Quarriors, and the Scoopers take it to the bottom of the sixth inning. Leadoff batter here for Sturgis is number 22, and that is Carter Williams.
Carter 1 for 2 at the plate tonight.
Takes this one up high, ball one.
Jackson Pepple back on the mound for Dell Rapids.
So nobody has scored a run here since the third inning.
It's been kind of a pitcher's duel.
This one up high, ball two. And that one, ball three. What the Scoopers need, get that tying run on base here.
Amen, get somebody on base.
Yeah.
And use some strategery to move them around.
That's a strike. Yep. Didn't figure Williams would go around on that one.
Yeah, Pepple doesn't waste much time on the mound, does he?
He does not, nope. Count 3-1.
Oh, that one in the dirt.
That's ball four, and that's going to send Williams on to first base. So, tying run is on board. And now Tayton Corkins comes to the plate. I think this is his third trip to the plate. I think he struck out twice. See if he might call a bunt here and see if you can get Williams onto second base. Corkins will take this one way outside, ball one.
He's looking at third base coach, Eris Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if maybe we didn't get a bunt here.
Getting a lot of signs.
Get Williams on the second base. There he goes. He's going to try and steal. Here comes the throw to second. Not there in time. And safe at second is Williams.
Yep, love it. Love the aggressiveness again on the base paths. That's what's going to make the difference, getting a runner in scoring position.
Big leadoff for Williams out there. And this is now ball two, and that one in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, it might pay for Tayton Corkins to be patient here. Jackson Pepple a little concerned with Carter Williams on second base.
And that one is outside. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Corkins.
That distraction sometimes gets to a pitcher.
Yeah, it will. Three-one pitch, and that's strike 2. Full count now, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes for Corkins. Here's the swing, and he does not get a piece of it, and it'll be a strikeout and 1 away.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was in the dirt,
It looked
too.
a little low, yep. So now here comes Elijah Stroud to the plate with 1 away.
Elijah, no hits yet tonight, so he's due.
And he'll take this one outside, ball 1.
He's 0 for 2 at the plate. He's walked, he's struck out. Scored a run, though, in the bottom part of the first inning.
6-5 lead for Dell Rapids. That one is hit, and oh, what a catch by the shortstop out there.
Double play.
And they turned the double as Williams couldn't get back to second in time.
Yeah,
he thought that was going to go over the head of the shortstop.
I did too.
Yeah.
Carter Williams on his way to third saw that the shortstop for the Warriors, Drake Eastman, made a heck of a grab. Flicked it over to his second baseman, Cole Rusink, for the double play.
Things end quickly here for the Scoops. In the bottom of the 6th, we head to the 7th in 60.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
His final inning of work, he's hoping anyway.
95 pitches now for Carson Williams.
And he's thrown 2 balls to get things started here against Jaden. That one a little low. So 2 balls, no strikes. Let's check the bullpen.
Pitchers are allowed 105 pitches.
I don't see anybody throwing in the bullpen right at the moment. And that one up high, ball 3.
Yeah, that double play to end the...
Yeah, that was a tough one for the Scoops.
Bottom of the 6th. Heck of a defensive play by Dell Rapids, and Scoopers looked like they had a chance to maybe put one on the board.
Good pitch there. That's a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing on this one. He'll foul that off towards the parking lot.
Ball out of play, full count.
Nobody's car horn or car alarm's going off, so that's good.
It's a good sign.
Full count. That one's hit. That's going to go foul, though, down the third base line. Just outside the third base line.
Dell Rapids head coach at third base makes a heck of a grab to get that foul ball.
So it's still a full count for Jaden. Pops that one into right field.
Corkins.
And could not get it. Gets by him. And that's going to be a single for Jaden. He was thinking about getting to second, but Scoopers are able to pick that ball up quickly.
Corkins made a good effort at it, dove at it out in right field, but got under his glove. Carter Williams, good job backing him up to keep Jaden to just a single.
So there's the single. And to the plate now comes number 28. This is Talon Millage.
Millage 1 for 3 at the plate for the Warriors.
He'll foul that one back on strike 1.
Carson Williams at 102 pitches.
Though he'll probably finish off this batter. He might try to lay down the bunt, and he does. And they'll throw this to first, get him there, and Jaden gets to second. So the sacrifice bunt gets the Warriors a runner in scoring position with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 7th inning.
Batting number 1, Cooper Frost.
And Williams is going to keep going.
Yep, probably get through Frost.
Dell Rapids coach is going to come talk to Cooper Frost. So now you've got Williams, what, at 103?
Got him at 103, yes,
Okay.
sir.
So 103 pitches. He has pitched this whole game so far.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good outing. Kind of a tough beginning, I think, for both teams. It was tied at 4 for a while till Dell Rapids put a couple of runs up in the 3rd.
Good pitch there for the strike on Frost. Count 0-1. Frost swings and fouls that one to the third base coach.
Again, great play. Without a glove.
Yep, and he picked that one up and hands it to the third baseman for the Scoops, who tosses it back to Williams at the pitcher's mound. So the count 0-2 for Frost. Here's the pitch. Frost will not swing. That's a passed ball. And that will allow Jaden to get to third base for Dell Rapids with nobody out. Well, Coach Harris has not yet headed to the pitcher's mound yet. Williams is going to keep going.
Dell Rapids looking to get an insurance run here.
One ball, 2 strikes. I'm sorry, Terry.
Trying to go up by 2. Good pitch.
Oh, got the strikeout. Yep, that's what the Scoops needed. Okay, that's going to be called timeout. That's going to do it for Williams.
Yep. 107 pitches for Carson Williams. Great outing.
Got the strikeout, though.
8 strikeouts for Carson. Just 3 walks, 7 hits, 6 runs on 107 pitches for Carson Williams. Outstanding.
It was a great outing for him tonight, yep.
You know, when looking in the crowd, I think his grandparents are in the crowd tonight, so he might have had a little extra motivation on the mound.
Let's see who the Scoopers are going to bring in for relief here.
Number 1-3.
Let's see, I have got Tyler Cutts at number 13. Looks like Tyler Cutts will come in relief and see if he can save this and get the win for Williams. In a 6-5 ball game, we have 1 out. Dell Rapids has a runner on third base here.
Tad Jaden at third, 2 away. Yeah, Cutts just needs to come in. And Lincoln Fursdahl, I think, who is scheduled to hit. We'll see if he's on deck. Yep, number 12.
Yep.
Yep, he'll be at the plate. And Lincoln is 0 for 3. Tyler Cutts just going to have to come in and shut him down and get the Scoopers to the bottom of the 7th with a chance to tie or win this game. We'll check some NCAA scores here for you. Alabama 75, BYU 61, 11 minutes left in that game. Florida 8-point lead on Maryland, 50-42 early in the second half. Lots of finals in Major League Baseball. Most of them are final. Cubs and Diamondbacks are playing the late game tonight.
That must be in Arizona, huh?
Must be.
Yeah.
Seattle Mariners and the Athletics. Are they still the Oakland Athletics?
That's a good question.
They're
They're not playing in Oakland. They're not playing in Las Vegas yet. They're playing somewhere else in California, I think.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's hard to keep track. Let me take a look. Yeah, because I know that they were just about to shut down the stadium, or they did. They shut down the stadium. Yeah,
they're playing somewhere else, but I can't remember where they said they were playing their home games this year. All right, here we go.
Good pitch by Cutts.
Fursdahl at the plate. Easy for me to say. And he takes strike 1. Firstall swings, and he bloops this one deep right field. That one's going to drop all the way almost to the warning track. A run comes home, and it is 7-5 as Jaden gives the Dell Rapids Warriors a 2-run lead.
Double for Firstall, 2
Wow.
RBI, 1 RBI double.
And he cut that one way out there. And that will bring to the plate now number 15, and that's Carson Mason. And you said he was 0 for 3 on the night.
He was, yeah. He saw a pitch he liked and smacked it out to right field.
Got all of that one, indeed.
Yeah, Oakland's playing at the Oakland Alameda County Stadium, Sutter Health Park. Plans to move to Vegas in 2028. Yeah, they're playing in Sacramento at Sutter Health Park.
Well, I guess they'll still be the Athletics for a few more years.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll change the name when they go to Vegas or not, but
Las Vegas Athletics. Doesn't sound like it has much of a
they
ring
might
to it.
change the name, yeah.
Yeah. Pinch runner coming in for Firstall. Number 7.
Here's the pitch, and that one's going to go out into right field. That one's going to drop. And they're going to wave the runner home. Can they get that throw there in time? They will not. And a slide head first for Pete Rose style. Ooh, and now an 8-5 lead for Dell Rapids.
Yeah, the pinch runner that came in for Firstall was Jake Heinz, and man, he's quick. He got around third base quick and
yeah, he slid head first into home and
got home.
With 2 away, it is an 8-5 lead for Dell Rapids. Now to the plate comes number 24, Jackson Pepple. And that is ball 1. Just after 7 o'clock here in the Mountain Time Zone, 8 o'clock Central. This is KBHB Sturgis, 810 AM, 105.5 FM. On the World Wide Web and on the KBHB app for your smartphone. This one outside for ball 2. You're listening to Scooper Baseball on a Thursday night.
Two quick hits for Dell Rapids here with 2 outs.
This one blooped high in the air. And we had 2 players collide.
They didn't make the catch.
And they didn't get the catch, so there was no communication out there.
Corkins and Sundstrom collided out in right field.
There was no communication between the two. Yep, Coach Harris is going to trot out to the outfield. I don't see this very often, but maybe somebody got hurt out there.
Tayton says he's okay. Lost his hat, kind of slow getting up, but checking on. Kel Sundstrom as well. Looks like both players okay, but you're right. It's no communication.
No communication.
Good range by Sundstrom to get out there, but yeah, if the right fielder's coming in, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
But got to communicate.
Lincoln LeBrun will be at the plate. With runners on the corners now, first and third. 8-5 lead for Dell Rapids. Scoopers will have their chance. Bottom of the 7th, here comes the attempted stolen base. They get him? No, they did not. Drop the baseball.
Again, I just don't understand that. With runners on the corners.
And a runner from third comes home.
Yeah, it hasn't been successful yet, and it just allows another run to come across home plate.
So a 9-5 lead, and that's exactly what Dell Rapids was hoping would happen. They did that twice last night. They get the throw to second, bring the third base runner home.
2 runs on 2 outs for Dell Rapids.
Yep. And a 4-run lead now for the Warriors. That one in there, a strike. That'll even up the count 1-1 here for LeBrun. LeBrun will swing and foul that back into the fence. And Dell Rapids did this very same thing in the final inning last night, except it was the 6th inning. Tonight is the 7th. This one outside, ball 2, and the count goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes for LeBrun.
Scoopers will have a chance in the bottom of the 7th.
Yes, they will. That's up high, ball 4. Or was that ball 3? No, it must have been ball 4. We were missing one. And runners on first and third.
Number 3, Cole Rusink.
So to the plate now, number 3, Cole Rusink. He'll be at the top of the batting order. And here goes a runner. And they'll throw to second. He's safe. Another run comes in. And for the second time this inning, Dell Rapids pulls the same thing successfully. The throw to second allows the runner from third base to get home. And that only doesn't work, Terry, if you successfully get the out at second base with 2 outs here. The runner safe at second. It's 10-5. And this one, boy, look at that. Deep into right field. That's going to fall. Fair ball? No, just foul. Whoa. That was close.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That would have scored another run.
Maybe it's the way Tyler Cutts is pitching, but boy, these hitters are hitting it all to right field.
Yeah.
Tayton Corkins is like, are you picking on me?
It's almost like they are,
right?
Yeah. 0-2 the count.
And as a right fielder, a lot of times you're hoping you get a ball hit to you just so you can get some action, but
this one goes the other way, Terry, and he finds the gap between second and third base.
Getting waved home.
Yep, runner's going to come home, score easily, and make it 11-5 now, I think.
RBI single for Cole Rusink.
Do you have 11-5 or 10-5? I think it's 11-5.
I've got 11, yep. 11-5.
Okay.
Yeah, after
that steal from third base that came in. Yep, should be 11-5.
Coming into this inning, 6-5. 5 runs here, top of the 7th for Dell Rapids.
And this is all coming with 2 outs. Here comes the throw to second. The steal is there. That ball gets away. And headed to third base is the runner. And Rusink is safe at third.
How about number 5, Drake Eastman.
Drake Eastman is at the plate. This one up high for ball 1. What an inning here for Dell Rapids. 5 runs scored in this inning, 11-5 lead. Go around and a strike one there. That'll even the count here at 1-1.
Yeah, 3 singles and a double for Dell Rapids. 2 quick outs to start out this inning.
Uh-oh, there's a pass ball, Terry, and in comes another run. So the wild pitch will allow Rusink to score, and it's 12-5. And this just makes it even more difficult for the Scoopers here in the bottom of the 7th. The dam broke here.
It did.
In the top of the 7th inning for the Scoops.
Yeah, they played a really good game up to this inning, and yeah, you're right. Dam just kind of broke on them, and
once popped up and towards Corkins in right field, and he'll haul that one in for out number 3. Scoopers got some work to do, though. See if they can climb back into it. Bottom of the 7th we go. A 12-5 lead for the Quarriers.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is local.
Take me out to the ball game.
If Randy Jackson from American Idol was judging them, he'd say, "You're not even pitchy, dog."
You're not even pitchy, dog. Get it? Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Scoopers down 12-5.
That's the best we got.
That's the best we've got. Indeed. Scoopers got a lot of work to do here. See what they can do in their final bottom half of the inning.
8th grader Tate Johnson leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Scoops.
Peppel back on the mound here for Dell Rapids. And he's behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch coming, and he'll swing on this one, and he'll bloop this one into right field. That's going to go foul, yeah. So the count will go 2 balls, 1 strike. Scoopers are in action again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We'll have the game for you here. And on Live Ticket TV, Sioux Falls, Washington. And that one hit into the shortstop's glove. Long throw to first, but they turn it and 1 away.
6-3 for the
We're seeing some clouds starting to form here, and you kind of see some rain in it, but it's not actually hitting the ground. Kind of the leading edge of that front that's coming in tomorrow night. And some bountiful moisture coming in, it sounds like, for the weekend. We need it.
Much needed.
Much needed. This one in there for a strike.
Dalen DeShock, designated hitter at the plate for Sturgis.
Oh, 0-1 the count.
Dalen 0 for 2 tonight at the plate.
Dalen swings
Big
on this
hit,
one,
big
base
hit.
hit. Yep, got that one out to center field.
He was due.
So DeShock gets on base. And that will bring Barrett Patterson is going to step in and pinch hit here for the Scoopers.
Patterson.
Oh, I like his walk-up song.
Yeah.
Gets me fired up. Sorry about that, Game Changer. If you're watching on Game Changer, there we go.
Just got it back.
Live stream was paused for some reason. We got it back up for you.
So 1 away. DeShock is on base. And Barrett Patterson is going to pinch hit here.
Having some signal issues, I think.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be fouled back. Even count, 1-1 here for Patterson. And that pitch down low and in the dirt for ball 2, and DeShock's going to steal second. And he gets there successfully.
Yep, Scooper dugout needs to get their rally caps on here. 7 runs to tie, 8 to win.
Ooh, that one's going to get past, and DeShock's going to run to third. So DeShock has gained 2 bases on his base hit off a couple of bad pitches from Peppel. And the count 3-1 for Barrett Patterson at the plate. Ooh, that one in there, good pitch. 3-2, full count coming for Patterson.
Full count.
Jackson Peppel with 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and he's given up 1 hit so far. A couple of innings of work.
That one down low for the ball, and that will put a runner on base.
Barrett Patterson takes the walk.
And out comes the Dell Rapids coach to talk to his pitcher. With one away, Scoopers get a couple of runners on board.
Yeah, try to settle Jackson Pepple down just a bit. I'm sure we're going to see Barrett Patterson swipe second base here pretty quick.
George Hamer will be batting next.
And George swinging the bat pretty well. He's got a strikeout. He's got a single. He walked and he scored 2 runs.
They're playing the Jaws theme here at Strongfield.
That should be the walk-up song for Leah Long.
That should.
The Shark.
Should be I'm not sure if Leah's playing softball this year, though.
I don't think so.
But you're right. That would be perfect for her, wouldn't it?
The Shark.
The Shark.
You'll have to get that in your music beds next season for girls
She'll be
basketball.
back for
Ooh, wild
basketball.
pitch.
That's a wild pitch. In comes DeShock, home for the run.
Scores from third. Patterson to second base.
That'll make it 12-6.
Yeah, the coach, after coming out for a mound talk, the next pitch is a wild pitch.
That's so not what you want to see.
No.
So 1 ball, no strikes. That one in there for a strike, and that'll even up the count 1-1. In a 12-6 ball game, bottom of the 7th. Swing on that one. Hamer fouls it off. That one bounce off the light pole.
I haven't seen too many this year yet on Ballpark Road. I don't bring my
Have
dogs.
you been walking Bella?
You know, I don't walk Bella up this way like I used to Koa, but I should.
Oh, that one way up high. Another wild pitch, and that's going to allow another stolen base.
Yeah,
So now the Scoopers with the runner on third.
Patterson already was on his way to third when before that pitch went high,
was.
but yeah, Scoopers again, good aggressiveness on the base paths.
Well, they know they need some runs here. Down 12-6. And that one up high, ball 3.
Full count.
So a full count. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. So Hamer goes down on strikes. And now 2 away.
Now batting number 5, Jaron.
And now here comes Jaron Andrzejewski.
Jaron looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 3.
Takes this one inside, ball 1. Patterson on third.
But he's got an RBI. He, I think one of his hits drove in a run.
This one up high, ball 2.
Can't remember if he bunted. Yeah, I'll have to look back at the video for that one. I didn't write that one down, but Jaron with an RBI.
He pops that one into
base hit.
Center field for a base hit. Barrett Patterson comes home for a run to make it 12-7.
Good timely hit by Jaron Andrzejewski.
And now Bridger Batten comes to the plate. $12-7 lead for the Quarriers, and already stealing is
I love it.
is Andrzejewski, and he gets there. I mean, he was gone before the pitcher even released it.
Watch him steal third. I'd be careful here, though. There he goes.
There he goes. And this one up high for ball 2, and now Andrzejewski is all the way to third base.
Yeah, I think you realize this pitcher, Jackson Pepple's got kind of a slow windup, so he took advantage. But that's something I would love to see in the first inning, and not the bottom of the 7th. Be that aggressive early.
Batten fouls that one back, and the count will go 2-1.
Yeah, we've watched a variety of teams over the years, and you'll see a team like a post 22 or a 320 and how aggressive they are, and they take advantage of every mistake you make.
Bridger Batten trying to get out on the so even count. Eski is going to be off to the races on this pitch, I reckon.
Yeah, and
swings and picked up by the third baseman. Throw to first, out number 3. Scoop in the 7th inning. We'll get the win, 12-7. We'll wrap it up for you next on the postgame show. This is Scooper Baseball on the Big 81.
Savings, and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group.
On this Thursday night, and the Sturgis Scoopers have dropped this one to the Dell Rapids Quarriers 6-2, game 2 of their 2-game series. The Quarriers won last night, and they'll take the series from the Scoops by winning by the final score of 12-7 tonight. The Quarriers score a pair of runs in the first, second, and third innings, and then explode in the top of that 7th inning, getting 6 runs across. Scoopers would drive 4 runs in the first inning, 1 run in the third, 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. As they fall tonight, they're still looking for their first win on the season. They'll try and get it tomorrow night. More about that here in just a moment. First, our final rundown tonight with Terry Anderson.
Yeah, thank you. Much better game for the Scoopers tonight until that top of the 7th inning. But Lincoln Fursdal gets the win for Dell Rapids on 71 pitches. Fursdal gave up 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 5, and just gave up 1 run. 10 hits for Dell Rapids. They left 5 on base, and they only walked 4 times. Dell Rapids walked 11 times last night, courtesy of the Scooper pitchers. Just 4 walks tonight for Dell Rapids, led by Cole Rusink with 2 hits, 5 at-bats. He had 1 RBI. He scored 2 runs. Cooper Frost was 2 for 4 at the plate. He had an RBI. Jackson Pepple, 1 for 4 at the plate. The left fielder scored 2 runs, and he had 2 RBI. Carson Williams takes the loss for the Scoops at 106 pitches for Carson. Carson ended up with 8 strikeouts. Fantastic game. Just 3 walks. Gave up 7 runs and 7 hits. For the Scoopers, just 5 hits on the night, but much better showing than last night. They left 6 on base. Led tonight, a bunch of players had 1 hit each. Carter Williams, Bridger Batten, Jaron Andrzejewski, George Hamer, Dalen DeShock all had hits. RBIs for Jaron Andrzejewski and Carter Williams. Scoopers lose tonight, 12-7 to Dell Rapids, but much improved performance by the Scoops.
So the Warriors get the sweep from the Scoopers in this 2-game series. Scoopers up next will take on Sioux Falls, Washington, a game that is scheduled for 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be here to bring you that one. Our 2 games on Saturday, they have been taken off the schedule due to the inclement weather that is coming in on Saturday. Scoopers were scheduled to take on Pierre and Huron here at Strong Field on Saturday. Those games, though, have been canceled for the time being anyway, due to the inclement weather coming in on Saturday. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock is our first pitch. The Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors will be in town tomorrow. We don't know too much about the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors, Terry, but I'm sure we'll do a little studying on the overnight and into tomorrow morning, and look forward to bringing you that game tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what we do know is those Sioux Falls schools have a large population to draw from. But again, they're a little bit like Rapid City in some ways, where some of the players, I think they're allowed to play Legion and high school ball. I could be wrong there, but
I'm not sure.
But Sioux Falls, Washington, I'm sure contributes some players to some of those post teams around.
Customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.